All right, and we are live. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February 2017 edition of the Colorado Virtual Operations Support Team monthly meeting. My name is Kyle Nelson, the training coordinator for the COVOST, and I'd like to welcome you all here this morning. Thanks for taking some time out of your day here just prior to the President's Day weekend. We have a couple items on the agenda here for today. And nothing too involved, but what we would like to do, of course, is just kind of step through a little bit of the after action report and get some thoughts and comments from you all from the recent X Games, the Winter X Games activation, I should say, up here in beautiful Aspen, Colorado, as well as just look ahead a little bit to what's coming down the pipe as far as training and other things go coming up here for this summer. And one thing I do want to mention here right off the bat is that our next meeting, March 17, 2017, same time, same place, Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And that's going to be our next meeting. I just want to give everyone a heads up here that the April meeting has been canceled. So just due to availability of some of both Jennifer and myself, we've gone ahead and canceled that April meeting. So you can cross that off your calendar, but keep the March one on as currently scheduled. Again, March 17, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Again, Jennifer, just to remind everyone, Jennifer Hillman, if you haven't heard, she is the new communications specialist for the Colorado Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, which supports our team. And she, with those duties as the comm specialist, is also our new COVOST team manager. We introduced Jennifer at the January training. So she introduces herself, gives a little bit more on her background there if you want to go back and view that recording on the YouTube channel. But of course, she is now our point of contact going forward for the team. And Nikki Trost, who has gracefully led the team here in the interim, she is going back to her primary role as kind of the overall communications person for the state of Colorado. So thanks to Mickey for her service. And of course, welcome again to Jennifer. We'll get her here in on the meeting directly. So I'll jump in here in Jennifer's place, and we're going to start stepping through a little bit of the debriefing here for Winter X Games. So just to remind everyone, that was January 26 through 29, 2017, and that was in support of the Pitkin County Incident Management Team. And within Pitkin County is the beautiful city of Aspen, where I'm coming to you all from this morning. And we were tasked, or the COVOST team was tasked with just monitoring duties, generally situational awareness, monitoring for rumors and things. There were a couple of drone incursions over the venue last year, so we just wanted to make sure that those things did not happen again. So let's see. So there's the activation workbook link there in the training agenda. So you all can go ahead and follow along with me if you would like. Just go ahead and step through there. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the After Action or AAR tab of that at this point. And what we're going to do here is just look a little bit at some of the feedback that you all gave and just kind of talk through a couple of things. And of course, only 2 items here in the official After Action report in the workbook here for the 2017 X Games. But I do want to go ahead and, of course, solicit some feedback live from you all here as well, since we have everyone kind of joined in here and able to contribute via audio here today. So one of the items of feedback, the first one from Jennifer, was that she liked the addition of the tag board platform there as well. And tagboard.com is a platform some of you may be familiar with, kind of tracks hashtags and things and posts that use that hashtag. She liked that tool. And I know me personally, I'll occasionally put that one up just to get an idea, since it does search across multiple platforms and it is a no-cost tool. And just curious if there are any other thoughts or comments on that from the rest of the folks here on the call today. Don't everyone jump up at once. Or feel free to drop your comments in the training channel within Slack, and I can relay those as well if you are not able to have the live audio here this morning. I know there are some of us that are just monitoring or listening here today. Thanks, Nathan. He gave a shout out, says yes, Tagboard, he enjoys that as a good tool. So again, just different tools that we can use here. And so Tagboard, again, that's one that is available to any and all of us there out as a tool to track hashtags and the conversation around those. And another comment that was posted for the after action was that, and this one I have noticed recently, and this is one that I think would be good for the team to weigh in on here, or those of you here on the call. And if you're viewing this recording later on, please drop your comments in the training channel on Slack, and let us know. Yik Yak and Periscope, as the comment reads, are really declining in use. And we're curious what the group feels might be replacing those apps. More specifically, perhaps, are there other platforms that we may need to monitor that are up and coming that we may not have heard of just yet?
John Bobel here. I think the whole Facebook Live is really taking over that live immediate event broadcast, and trying to get a handle on how to monitor that's going to be important.
Okay, and that's what you've noticed in your area there, John?
That's what we're seeing here, pretty much, unless people have some prior experience with Periscope. You can get a pretty good experience with Facebook in a relatively short amount of time. Everybody has the app. Facebook continues to adapt and improve it. So that's what people are adopting.
Absolutely. So thanks, John, for that feedback as well. And without any further ado, I do want to welcome Jennifer to the call. Good morning, Jennifer. So any other thoughts, comments? Jennifer and Mickey, of course, welcome to you both. Any other thoughts and comments on Yik Yak and Periscope declining, where we might want to be shifting our monitoring efforts to? Are there any emerging platforms we may want to look into? Right. And again, if you're viewing this later on, please feel free to drop those comments and your ideas and thoughts in the training channel on the covost.slack.com platform. Comment here in the training channel, Snapchat and Instagram stories. Instagram stories, of course, is one that's becoming very, very popular now. Instagram kind of making it feel a little bit like a Snapchat story type feature. Snapchat, of course, a little difficult to monitor, being a closed or very permission-centric platform, even more so than so Instagram stories is another one as well. And just off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember if Instagram stories could be something that can be monitored from outside the app, if you can do that from a desktop interface, or if that's the app only. So something to look into, and keep those ideas coming. And we're always open to new platforms, finding new ways to monitor things, and just gathering all that open source intelligence that we can. So Jennifer, any other thoughts, comments for the group this morning? All right. So moving right along here, those are the only two comments that I have or that I see in the official After Action tab for the 2017 X Games. And again, definitely keep those ideas coming. And again, these are not only best practices that we may have discovered, but also any lessons that we learned, those aha, light bulb type moments, or items that may need to be addressed. So we welcome all feedback, of course. Mickey, Jennifer and myself, we all welcome that feedback, whether positive or constructive, so that we can strive to improve as a team moving forward. So we definitely need that feedback from you here to debrief post activation. All right, so if there's no other best practices, lessons learned, or items to address here this morning, we will kind of stepping through things here. I know I'm seeing a couple of comments here in the training channel, so I'll relay those here briefly. With the Instagram stories, sounds like it is only the app that you can monitor those in, and the idea is to perhaps training the local agencies to be sure they're following the key accounts perhaps in their area, whether they be individuals or agencies. So that's absolutely a great point there. And another idea, one resource that's out there is the Facebook Live Map feature as well. And that shows kind of a live feed of anyone who's going live in a particular area on Facebook. So again, with these live streaming platforms kind of growing and evolving day by day, as with the nature of social media, definitely important things to monitor. Did I hear a comment out there? All right, just wanted to check. So another comment here in the training channel. We're still liking the 2-hour shifts versus the previous 4-hour shifts. So definitely allows for more rotation, perhaps a little bit easier to digest and make time in our busy schedules. Again, we do greatly appreciate all the time, the effort, and the hard work that you all put into this as a team. We could not do it without you. So definitely thank you so much for stepping up and helping out for this most recent activation and all those that will be coming up in future. Also, some comments that there was a great job by the team at dividing up the platforms, kind of a divide and conquer approach. And so we weren't, there didn't sound like there was much duplication of effort out there. Is the feeling that I'm getting? And just curious if any folks agree that sounds like using the Slack platform allowed for folks to connect, kind of have those conversations, and just kind of really make things happen there and coordinate amongst themselves with their particular shift, as well as handing off some information to the incoming shift as well if you are perhaps rotating out. So continuing down in the training channel here, another positive comment for the 2-hour shifts. And, again, a little bit easier for folks who have, full-time work and things where they're very committed during the day so that they can easily rotate out. Yes, I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, good. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties again. My laptop, apparently the microphone is not working.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I see you're on mobile now. So why don't you,
yes.
If you want to jump in and give some welcoming comments, perhaps?
Yeah, so I did hear you guys talking about, Yik Yak, Periscope. I've heard kind of the last part of that conversation, and I would agree about Periscope especially. I didn't see much action at all for the X Games on Periscope, and I agree it's being replaced with, the Facebook Live and the Twitter Live. So I don't know that.
Hello? On a conference call for the Colorado Virtual Operations Support Team. That's okay. Do you want me to call you back? Okay.
All right.
Shouldn't be that much longer. Maybe less than half an hour. That's what I'm thinking.
The wonders, the joys of conference calls.
Okay. All right, bye.
And you did see the comments. I was switching over to my mobile. You saw the comments from Tim about he liking the 2-hour shifts.
Yep, we captured those comments there about the 2-hour shifts. I know that was backed up by a few of our other members as well.
Okay. And then does everybody know that you can snooze the mobile alerts on Slack?
Yeah, that's a really great point, because a lot of these channels, especially during activations, can get quite busy. Of course, we
Yes.
do advocate that you can snooze or I guess remove the notifications for any of the channels, but definitely keep the ones for the alert-notify channel activated. But especially with the activation channel, I know that got very busy during X Games, and while I was actually working out on course for the event here in Aspen, so had to mute alerts as well on my device. So definitely good functionality to know both on the desktop and the mobile interfaces for Slack there. So if you're not sure about that, you can go back and check out, I believe it was either October or November, I think we did the Slack training, and that's a pretty detailed, in-depth review on how to really customize it to make it work for you.
And I felt like overall, I don't know if we summarized already, but I felt like this was a really good first activation that we had. It seemed to be a very well-planned event. I didn't see many complaints at all about parking, restrooms, or anything like that. Seemed to be a lot of happy people up there. But apparently they had several of these.
Did you guys ask?
All right, sorry about that. Real world. Okay. So any other comments for the after action here during the live broadcast?
I wanted to kind of put it out there about the sign up process and confirmation of your shifts. How did everybody feel about that? Was that for you guys? Do we want to try anything different? Did you have enough notice about your shifts? Did you hear me, Kyle?
Yep, I heard you out there.
I didn't know if anybody had
again,
comments
that's
about the sign up process and getting your shifts. If you felt like you had enough time and enough notice of when your shift was. Let's have some people muted on there. It's okay.
Yep, I know folks can chime in here on the live broadcast as well. Of course, if you don't want to do that, go ahead and put those comments in there on the training channel on Slack. Getting some positive feedback here from some of the members on that. It looks like, Jennifer, just saying that the sign up process worked quite well. Perhaps a little bit more notice would be nice, but otherwise, looks like things are working out pretty well for that process for the first go round for 2017.
Okay, and what about the workbook itself? Since we've kind of revamped it, what did everybody think about the workbook and the ease of use and the tabs that we have now? Any changes anybody would like to make on that? Or do we feel like we've got a good workbook that we can build on? Oh, I see your comment, Tracy, and yeah, I can work on giving a little bit more notice on the shifts. It was just difficult at the end there because we had several slots that were still vacant and we had some late signups. So putting the actual sign up schedule together and getting everybody noticed was kind of a last minute thing. So hopefully we can get that straightened out for next activation.
Yeah, and a new workbook, of course, thanks to Mickey and Jennifer and all the folks for making that the great tool that it is. Of course, we're always open to editing or modifying as the needs of the team dictate. So definitely keep those ideas coming, keep that feedback coming in. We're always looking to, again, strive to improve for future activations. If there's something that we could tweak that could make that a little bit easier, we're definitely open to helping out there.
Absolutely. And I really do appreciate everyone that was on this activation. I think we did a great job as a team. This was a really, really good first activation for the year. And I really appreciate everyone's effort. I know some of those late night shifts got a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And I believe I calculated about 115 total people hours of time. So
Yeah.
that's a huge, huge
That is
turnout.
correct. Yes. So really appreciate everyone's efforts. That's a lot of time dedicated that I know we're not getting paid for, but you know, I really do appreciate everyone's efforts. And I would agree with the 2-hour shift. I think that's a better idea. I appreciate there were a lot of people that took double shifts, but I think a 2-hour shift is easier to commit to than a 4-hour.
Absolutely, Jennifer. I'll echo that as well. I definitely feel that that was a good shift for this year. I think it got some positive response overall, and looking forward to hearing more comments from folks as they view the recording and put their comments in the training channel on Slack here as we go on past today.
And we did get some really good feedback from our host for the X Games that, you know, they really appreciated our help. They really liked those Nuvi reports, thought we were doing a really good job. So I just, again, wanted to echo that to everyone to let you know you did a really good job.
Right on, and I will echo that as well. I have a couple of good colleagues here in Aspen who worked on the incident management team for this event for Pitkin County, and they were very appreciative of the services of the COVOST as well. So it was very well received, both from our point of contact as well as the team that was using our information to help make decisions as well operationally. So you guys crushed it.
Way to go, team. Anybody have anything else they'd like to add about the X Games, the activation? Anything you'd like to see us change? Or it sounds like the workbook is going over really well. It's just getting more familiar with each of the tabs and what you need to put where. And I think I agree. I think the format now that I've familiarized myself with it, I feel like it's pretty easy to use. It's just a matter of us getting used to it. And I think the more activations we have will just come with use.
All right. Well, Jennifer, I'm not hearing anything else for the after action for X Games here on the live broadcast. Of course, if you think of anything, feel free. You can want to drop it in the training channel. If you'd like to direct message Jennifer or myself as well with some comments, please feel free to do that as well, and we can take those from you offline.
And absolutely. And I just wanted to make sure everybody knew, I'm going to give you guys until 5 o'clock this evening. So 5 p.m. tonight, Mountain Time. If you have anything else you'd like to add to the AAR tab, it looks like we just have 2 comments in there, but if anybody would like to add something on there, I'm going to be finalizing that book so we can save it for our archive.
All right. I'm loving it. So Jennifer, anything else you'd like to have for the X Games part of this?
You know, no, I again, like I said, I think it was a really good first activation, and you know, I'm hoping with, you know, upcoming activations, maybe we can get a few more people involved so we don't have, you know, reliability on someone taking like an entire day shift. But I know everyone's workday schedules kind of get in the way sometimes. So I do appreciate those that volunteered for the X Games, and I'm going to continue to work on recruiting so we have some more members to choose from with our next activation. But just really wanted to say thank you, everybody, for your efforts. And I think this was a really good activation.
Right on. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. Just very briefly, kind of a look ahead here for 2017, and just as far as the training side of things goes. I guess very briefly on the activation side, it appears that at this point we will not be requested to assist with monitoring for the upcoming FIS World Cup Championships in Aspen coming up in mid-March. It appears that that's the case at this point, is that we are not going to be activated for that. So that's why we're going to have our March meeting on the 17th of March as currently scheduled. And the topics for that March meeting are going to come from our discussion today and the after action review and debrief from X Games. So look forward to that coming up. And also, I'd like to just give a shout out to our team members who have stepped up to help me with some guest presentations for training. Scott Reuter from Oregon VOST, who also assists us here in Colorado with our COVOST team, has graciously volunteered his time to do a little guest presentation for us coming up this summer. And we also have a few other folks in the pipeline as well that we're working to finalize. And again, this is another call I'm going to put out for you all, that if you have a favorite platform that you like to use, perhaps something that's changed, something that's new that we haven't heard about, another no-cost tool perhaps that COVOST could utilize, I'd love to bring you in as a guest presenter so that you can lead that training. You know, this is truly, you know, our team. You know, I will help coordinate the training, but definitely I would appreciate anyone's help or assistance in helping to take the lead on that and step up. And just looking forward to some great guest presentations and discussions on all the happenings and both the pros, cons, challenges, and otherwise in the virtual operations support team world. So that's coming up there. Please feel free to contact me either via email or, of course, on Slack as well if you have a topic you'd like to present on. So I am more than willing to work with you. So definitely, Jennifer and I would greatly appreciate you all sharing your stories, your thoughts, and your knowledge with the rest of the team so that we can all improve here together. And so finally here, just wrapping up the meeting here, just kind of to close things out, just a reminder that Jennifer is our COVOST team manager, and she's our point of contact for the team here moving forward. Mickey did a wonderful job in the interim serving as the COVOST team manager, but she has now rotated back to her duties as the communications manager for the state of Colorado's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Department. And so we do thank her for her contributions, as well as being our advocate there, kind of in the background. So thanks, big shout out to Mickey. And that's all I have here on the schedule for today. And for the practical exercise, all I'm asking is, again, just submitting those comments. If you haven't done so already, in the Slack training channel, any new platforms that COVOST should be monitoring or tools that we could perhaps use to monitor, as well as any changes that you would like to see made in the COVOST workbook that we recently redesigned here for 2017. And also would welcome your feedback on the use of Slack here as a collaboration tool during activations, things you liked or didn't like, or perhaps would like to review in training. So that's the practical exercise for today. Again, our next meeting, March 17, 2017, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So same time, same place, folks. And once again, a reminder that the April COVOST meeting has been canceled. So April 2017 meeting is canceled, and we will pick back up in May after that. So we'll see you all in March. Have a great President's Day weekend. And unless there's any final comments, Jennifer?
I just thank you guys all for coming. And yeah, like Kyle said, you know, we are going to cancel that April meeting. I apologize. I'm actually going to be in the air during that time. We'll pick back up in May. But yeah, we definitely will still have our March meeting and then have a little bit of a break in April. And then I know Kyle has some really great speakers and presentations set for us this summer. So really looking forward to just jumping in this year. If anybody has anything else they'd like to discuss with me, please feel free to send me a message on Slack, or you can send me an email. You should all have my email address at this point. And I'm happy to discuss whatever you'd like regarding COVOST. And if you have any suggestions to make it better, or any ideas to continue our training this summer, I would welcome any feedback.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jennifer. And thanks for everyone for attending the live call here today. And thanks to all of you who are viewing the recording of this call at this time. So Again, everyone, take care. This is Kyle Nelson, Colorado Virtual Operations Support Team Training Coordinator, saying thanks and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Kyle.